Does appear, but my sound was off. That's something that I will have to take up with my kitty cats. They was playing on my desk earlier, and I think they might have unplugged it. But I'm sorry about that. But as I was saying, we do have a very good stream lined up for you guys, and I think you're going to enjoy it in a major way because it's going to answer the question: why is World of Warcraft Battle for Azeroth being rejected? Why is it being looked down upon? What is it so bad going on in the game, but it's turning you or your friends against the game? Now, obviously, the one question that comes to mind is, what was it that brought you to the game? Was it your friends was playing? What was it that brought you into the game to begin with? For me, I'm not going to bore you with the whole drawn out story, but for me, it was a simple fact that I walked in at the right time. My younger brother was being called to dinner. He didn't want to leave the computer because he had just installed this new game that he had been playing for a few hours, and he didn't want to die. So he tells me, hey, keep me alive here, play this game until I get back. He was gone for about 15, 20 minutes, I would say. When he came back, I was hooked. I didn't want to give him the game back. I didn't want to turn it back over to him. I wanted to continue playing. So that very day, I went out to the nearest store, picked up the game, and back then you actually had to go out and buy the disc, the CD. There was none of this digital download stuff like we have nowadays. I wish there had been. It would have been a lot quicker, and I would have been playing a lot sooner. But that wasn't the way it was back then. For me, though, I guess what got me drawn in was the killer graphics, because back in 2004, the graphics that we had by 2004 standards was killer. I mean, they was totally terrific quality on the graphics. Everything was crisp. It was a beautiful area. I mean, everything was just jumping. It was alive, and it was something that was new, because I was old school. I was one that believed if you play a game, it's something like Hitman or something like that. And I still play Hitman still to this day. But for example, you play a one-player game. Okay, it's you against the elements, you against the AI, whatever, and that was something that I enjoyed way back when, because I could sit down, take my time, mute or pause rather. If I needed to pause it, I just hit the pause button. I could walk away for hours or whatever, and just come back and pick up right where I left off. I guess for me, one of the intriguing parts with WoW was that I couldn't do that. I mean, everything had to be on spot. Everything had to be done the way, the way it should have been better. There was none of this, your friends come over and you want to, go do something else, and hey, let's go ahead and pause the game and walk outside for a few hours, If you did, you could do that, but you would be losing out on stuff. Because what time you was out doing something else, the game was going on. Other people was progressing. You may not be. But that was one of the things that done it for me. Now, one question I do have, and once other people start popping in, I may drop this question again. What was it that you enjoyed the most about the game when you started. Now, obviously, different people started at different times, so this answer could vary greatly. If you started in Wrath of the Lich King, things that happened back in vanilla may not have been something that you enjoyed because it was different then. But tell me what it was you enjoyed. Was it like, for example, mount collecting, gold? The gold cap back then was just over 2,000 gold. Um, you know, was that something you enjoyed? Was it the dungeons, the raids, for looking for dungeon, looking for raids, which was actually added later in the game? But what was it that drawed you to the game? What was it that you enjoyed about the game overall? Because I would greatly, I would be interested to find out. And I am going to take a moment, what time we're waiting on some more people, I'm going to take a look here at something. My camera keeps trying to automatically zoom in, and it shouldn't be doing that. So I'm sorry if you're seeing that and it's bugging you, because it's kind of getting on my nerves as well. But it may be something I have no choice to, no way of fixing it right now. If I can't figure it out in just a few clicks, I'll wait until after the stream and fix it then. And that appears to be what we're going to have to do. Okay, but as I said, while Battle for Azeroth has been rejected big time, no, don't get me wrong, we've never had an expansion that everybody enjoyed. Even back in the day of Burning Crusades, there was people who hated Burning Crusades beyond hate. There was people who loved Burning Crusades. There was people who just quit because of Burning Crusades. They didn't want to play it. So, that stuff happens, okay? It happens no matter what expansion you're in. But if you've been around since you started, let's say, for myself, I started back in vanilla. Have you left at any time? And if so, what made you come back? Because obviously, if you're addicted to something, your body will adapt. I believe it is within 7 days your body becomes used to the new norm. So if you're a gamer and you play the game non-stop for 7 days, your body's going to become used to that. And it's going to want to play that game more than anything else in the world. Okay, that game is going to become it for your body. Your body's going to adapt to it. If you've not played it for 7 days, your body's going to finally just say, no big deal. So, what was it for you, if you did leave for any amount of time and stay gone for, a week, 2 weeks, a month, a year, whatever, what was it about the game that brought you back? And I would greatly be interested in finding out all this information, because I am going to be doing a set of videos, guys, that I think you'll enjoy. It's going to be a quiz. I'm going to go back and I'm going to pick all the information that I've learned over the time of playing the game, and I'm going to set up some quizzes, and I'm going to publish them as a series so you can go from vanilla, Burning Crusades, Wrath of the Lich King, and so on. And it may take a little bit of time to get all of the expansions covered, but I am going to do this, and I think it's something that you'll enjoy, because some of these questions you may think are going to be obvious, but they're not. I can guarantee you that it will make you work for it. You will not get the answers figured out easily. So, stick around for that because I am going to be putting those videos out. I'm going to start working on them either tonight or tomorrow and get those up. So, I do see we have people popping in. Be sure to say hi. Let me know where you're from. And when did you start the game? Was it vanilla or what other expansion did you start the game in? Now, we are going to get into some gameplay here shortly. It's just that I wanted to go over some things here with you guys. And like I said, but the game's changed a lot. I mean, a lot. Over the years, it's changed in a huge way. Professions, for example. Professions have changed. Back in the day, we had 1 to 300. And then each expansion would add anywhere from 75 to 150 points. And you couldn't skip and say, well, I don't care anything about the professions from, I don't care about vanilla professions. I just want to go straight to Zandalari and start learning, that profession. You couldn't do that back then. So it's been a huge change, and it's changed a few times along the way, actually. Another one, gold cap. We went from, let's see, we went from 270, I think it was, 1,000 gold, up to 90. I think it was 99,000 gold. And now we have 999,999 gold and 99 copper. So the same as 1,000,000 gold on each character that you can have. So things have definitely changed. But how did it affect you? Did it make you want to stay in the game? Did it make you want to leave the game? How did it affect you as a player? Because to me, the professions, I could take it or leave it as it is. It don't really matter to me. The gold cap, I love the way that they've raised it. And, I don't know if they'll raise it again anytime soon, but I'm enjoying the gold cap that they have raised it to. We also, mounts have changed in such a huge way as well. It used to be if you wanted a mount, except a very few, you had to go buy it from a vendor. Now they drop like crazy off different mobs. You can craft your mount. You can buy it from the auction house. You couldn't do that before. And you have mount abilities. For example, what is it? The chopper. Looks like the shredder. I can't even think of the name of it, but you know the one I'm talking about. And that mount, heck, you can herb while mounted. That's pretty darn sweet. I think so. Then, of course, you have transmogs. Everybody loves transmog. You have battle pets. You have solo raids and dungeons that you can go do now. You couldn't do that before. And that is also another good way of making a lot of gold, guys. Just saying. You can make a ton of gold that way. And it is something that I'm going to start doing some videos again on. So stick around for that as well. Now, the one thing I missed the most out of the old days, out of vanilla, which I'm looking forward to playing again, is 40-man raids. 40-man raids to me was the best thing that they could do in a game. And here's why. Okay, if it's 40-man raid and you have 20, you know you're screwed, okay? So you might want to start getting your guild built up or getting into a guild that has a lot of players. That way you can raid. Also, you all had to work together. It was none of this go in and don't even say one word, just go in and do, and then leave. No, you had to talk, you had to communicate. And also, one other thing, and I know this is going to sound crazy, I enjoyed the fact that it took longer to do. I enjoyed the fact that back in vanilla, it would take 7 days flat. I mean, you couldn't extend it, so you still had 7 days, and you would work on that raid for all 7 of them days. You would absolutely bust it open every day, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12 hours at a time with your guild in that raid, and you would be doing everything in your power to beat the game. To beat that raid, or to kill that raid boss, the one that had the loot that you wanted the items from. So it was definitely something that was interesting. And it was something worth doing. So, to me, when they started watering it down, I don't know, to me, I think that was the beginning of the end for the game. Okay? I do believe it was the beginning of the end, because people now are entitled. Okay, they believe that as long as they pay their $15 a month, that they should be able to do anything they want to in the game. If that means that they want the loot from the final boss, which has not even been revealed yet, that they should automatically just be able to whine to Blizzard and do the, I want this, and I pay you $15 a month, I want it. Bullcrap. Who cares? We paid $15 a month back then too. And we had to work to get what we wanted. We didn't get it give to us. We didn't get thousands of gold for killing a gray squirrel what time he was walking around. None of that stuff happened. Okay, it did not happen. If you wanted to get for example, one of the weapons that I wanted more than anything back in vanilla, and I did finally get it, and that was the Blessed Thunder Fury, the Blessed Blade. That was the ultimate for me. I wanted that, I wanted it, and I wanted it then. But I knew that I had to work for it, okay? It was not something that I was going to be able to contact Blizzard and say, hey, I want this, make it happen. And it was going to show up in my mailbox. Nowadays, people are so spoiled that they want it all handed to them on a silver platter. No. On a gold platter. On a gold platter with platinum around the edges. And that's just not the way it should be, I don't think. Now, if you're just now joining us, be sure to watch the video from the beginning and catch up to where you are now when it does go live for the playback, so that things are a little bit easier for you, but you don't miss out on anything. But as I was saying, another thing, the personal loot. A lot of people, nowadays they complain about personal loot. Back in the day, we didn't have personal loot, okay? I mean, back then, if something dropped off of a boss, it was anybody's game. It was anybody's game. You could easily ninja the loot and take off. When they put personal loot in, but took away the ninja looters' way of doing things. So that was, a great thing there. Now, my question to you is, do you still enjoy the things that you did when you started the game? The thing that brought you into the game, the one thing that drawed your attention, whether it be graphics, whether it be, hey, this is cool, you can walk around as a cow, or, hey, I can be a night elf and turn into a druid and run around as a cat or a bear. Whatever it was. Do you still enjoy that same thing today? If you do, let me know in the comments section. And if you are watching this on the playback, let me know in the comments section below as well. Now, I've already told you that I started back in the days of vanilla. But when did you start? Did you start in vanilla as well, or was it a different expansion? And again, let me know what it was that brought you into the game. Because I know that everybody has their own story. Everybody has their own reason why they started when they did. Now, for me, I'm an altaholic, and I play multiple characters, and for me, that's one of the things I like about the game. I love playing all different characters, playing the Horde, playing the Alliance, playing both sides, finding out what the storyline is on both factions. And, it's something I enjoy. But do you play multiples, or are you stuck on just one character? And if you are, there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm just curious as to if you are stuck on the one, or if you play multiples. And the final question of the day before we get started into playing the video or playing the game is, what is it that upsets you the most about the game now? Does it upset you knowing that something is not working the way you wanted it? Is it because we cannot fly yet? What is it that upsets you the most about the game currently and in its current condition or current state of the game? So let me know one way or the other what you think, and if you are happy about the current state, you absolutely hate the current state of the game, just let me know. In no uncertain terms, I would be definitely interested in your thoughts and feelings about it. So I'm going to go ahead and bring the game on up. We'll go ahead and get started. And we'll work on my druid. Wow, you can tell I've not played this character for a little while. The last time I logged into him was at the state fair. Oh wow, it's been one of them days, guys. It's been a long day. It was a good day, but it's been a long day. And so Dark Moon Fair was in town when I played this character last, and Dark Moon Fair is in town now. So as you can imagine, it's been a while. Now, also, if you guys, let me turn this down. if you guys are trying to level a character, be sure to head on over to the Dark Moon Fair. We'll have to reload it, if not that thing will drive me crazy. Head on over to the Dark Moon Fair and ride the coaster or the carousel. And of course, if you want, you can buy the Dark Moon hat. The only thing is, the Dark Moon hat is going to have one thing that I didn't know that it had going on. And that is that after, if you die, it's gone. It's gone. And if you can stay alive for 1 hour, no kills, no dying or anything, hey, you're good. But I've already got my buff. That's Garrison. Okay, let's head on over to the Great Sill. I didn't know if I was going to be able to make the stream or not tonight because earlier I was hurting pretty bad. I got into a bee's nest cutting some grass, and apparently they had made a nest over in the weeds, and I was cutting the weeds and cut into the nest. I ended up getting stung pretty bad at multiple places, one of which is, well, right on the tip of my nose. They got me one time, so it kind of hurts.
The Totem stand proud.
Okay. Let's go ahead and head on over here. I was hoping we would have an invasion. I guess we don't. Nope. What about over on Cold Terrace? No. Also, guys, be sure to keep an eye out for the invasions, because for every invasion you do, that will give you a total of another 10% boost for 1 hour. But one thing I will say that I do believe is a great thing is the fact that you can use your Dark Moon Fair buff in conjunction with your heirlooms, which now go all the way up to 120. And it makes leveling a whole lot quicker. So, guys, be sure to let me know. And like I said, this stream may not go as long as. Okay, why did the game quit playing? Or what happened there? Okay, so yeah, I'm having some issues. Let me try this one more time here. Hold on. I'm gonna have to remove. Yes, remove WoW. I'm going to set it up again. Okay. I don't understand why that would have suddenly quit. Okay, let me try something. It was almost like that as soon as I hopped the flight path, the game quit feeding. So I don't understand that. And I do have a very important live stream coming up here in a few days. So let's see. I don't understand that at all. Um, hmm. But if anybody knows anything about this, why it would do this, let me know. Because I've never had it do that before. And now it's got me confused. Okay, so guys, I don't know. If anybody knows anything about this, let me know. Otherwise, we're going to go back to this until I get it figured out. There are a few bugs, I guess, with this program that I'm using. The new and improved update that they released apparently has more bugs in it than I thought. But anyway, it does appear that the stream may be shorter than I thought, so I am going to go ahead and cut the stream short tonight because, well, one of my things I wanted to do was play the game with you guys, and apparently the Streamlabs OBS has other plans, and I don't know if maybe they have some kind of an update going on. I don't know what the deal is there, but I guess we'll have to wait and see and find out why it's doing this. But for now, guys, I do appreciate everything. You guys have been absolutely fantastic. And if you have any questions, any comments, anything you want to know, anything you want to see a stream on, anything you want to see a video on, be sure to pop it down in the description or down in the comments down below, and I'll be sure to get a video out for you as soon as humanly possible. Until next time, have a great day, and I'll see you in Azeroth.